Hey, what's up? This is Jason Drone. Welcome to episode number 82. And today we're going to talk about lead magnets. So, this is lead generation week, and basically the idea is to arm you with a lot of tools that you can use to generate leads online. At the end of the day, that's really all this is. That's all it's about, and we want to make sure that you have everything you need from a Facebook standpoint or a Google standpoint or SEO standpoint to generate leads in your business quickly and easily. So that's really it's really what this week is about. Now, yesterday we talked about some different. So, unfortunately, I got cut off like halfway through yesterday's broadcast. But so we talked about some lead generation strategies. We talked about some affiliate marketing. We got into some different things regarding how to generate leads online. Today, we're going to talk about lead magnets. Now, I have a blog post that is already prepared for today. So I'm gonna drop this in the chat box. Here you go. Post. I am in the category or in the comments there. So go ahead, grab those, grab the blog post there. So basically what I just linked to is a guide on how to generate your own lead magnets. Now, there are lots of different ways to create a lead magnet that you can give away to get leads from. One of the easiest and best ways of doing it, and one of the ways that we kind of do, we do it for most of our clients, is we put together a report. So a 6 to 8 page report, usually, that gives away some nuggets, gives away some information. And the big thing is you want your reader to have an aha moment. But before that, so what is a lead magnet? Now, a lead magnet is very simply something you give away in exchange for a email address or the name or a phone number or whatever. So you are putting together, you're packaging your knowledge, your experience, or whatever into a thing, an asset, a PDF, preferably something that you can just send them quickly through an email or they can download from your website, and you're giving that in exchange for their email address. Now, you're grabbing their email address so that you can market to them. So that email address needs to go in your CRM, whether you're using like Infusionsoft or Entreport or Hours, which is Access, or MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or whatever. So they are giving you their email address as in exchange for the lead magnet that they are downloading. So they're downloading the PDF and they're consuming the PDF, and then you're also able to email them tomorrow, the next day, you're able to put them in your retargeting sequence in Facebook. So there's lots of things you can do once you have that email address. But the important thing is that they receive something of value in the report that they get, the lead magnet. And that's what a lead magnet is. So a lead magnet is, it's a lead magnet, so there's lots of different ways, lots of different formats that you can have in a lead magnet. But most importantly, your title matters. It matters more than you would think. So your lead magnet, whether it's a report, whether it's a spreadsheet, whether it's a video series, no matter what, your lead magnet, the title needs to very, very clearly and succinctly tell what's in that report, tell what's in that lead magnet. Because if it doesn't, then they're just going to pass by. They're just going to disregard it. They're going to keep moving, and that's it. So that's the problem. So like here we have a couple examples. So let me throw this up on the screen. So we have 7 secret persuasion tricks to increase webinar conversion. Now that's a very specific title. 7 secret persuasion tricks to increase webinar conversion. You know exactly what you're getting when you download that thing. Or 7 WordPress plugins that increase visitor engagement without them even realizing it. You know exactly what you're downloading. You know exactly what you're getting when you enter your email address in that box, or 7 passive ad networks that'll increase website revenue in the next 15 minutes. Again, you know exactly what you're getting. So you see how that works? You be specific, deliver value, and you get the lead. It's really as simple as that. When you do that, then you're able to turn ads on. Then you can drive cold traffic, you can drive warm traffic, you can pay for people, to sign up as a list, or sign up as a lead on your list. Now, the antithesis of that, the other side of that, is if you have a shitty title. Like, let's say you have a title and your lead magnet is 4 ways to double revenue in the next 60 days, let's say. Well, anybody literally could write that lead magnet. Nobody knows what they're downloading when they get that, and what's going to end up happening is if you start running paid traffic to it, or you put it on your website or whatever, nobody's going to opt in because nobody knows what is in that report. Now consider, 4 ways to double your revenue in the next 30 days, let's say. Okay. Or 7 secret persuasion tricks to increase webinar conversion. Of course, 7 secret persuasion tricks is going to win. You know exactly what is in that report. Now, the 4 ways to double revenue, whatever, it could be anything. And that's the problem is it probably is anything. So anybody could write that report. If they're in business, anybody could write that report. So you want to make sure your title, your headline make perfect sense. You also want to show off your lead magnet. So you want to make sure that you have a particular landing page that is written for your perfect laser targeted market, your customer avatar, the person who will be downloading your report and who will be, buying your services. You want to make sure that the lead magnet is written for them. So here's a great example. This one it's an old example, but it's a really good one. This is Survival Life. Grow enough food to feed a family of 4 in just 4 square feet of space, even if you don't have a yard. So very super, super, super specific headline on this landing page. The landing page is very, very simple. You just got an email address and get instant access. You got your e-cover graphic, and that's it. So it's easy to understand what is in this thing. So your perfect lead magnet also promises one major result. So in this example, we have 5 ways to improve your mobile conversions. Now, we know exactly what is in this lead magnet. The lead magnet promises one major thing. In the digital marketer world, this is called product splintering. So if you have a product and your product is, and this way it might be website conversions. So your splintered lead magnet would end up being a very specific thing inside of that conversion kind of vertical. You know what I mean? So in the previous one, it was gardening. So the previous lead magnet that we just covered, the specific major result, specific transformation that thing promised was a vertical garden. So it's not the whole gardening space, but it's the vertical gardening space, and that's it. Now, it needs to give immediate gratification. That's the thing about lead magnets. That's the thing about PDF downloads, is when somebody hits your website, they land on, they hit your website, they land on your landing page, they, click an ad. PDF lead magnets give them immediate gratification. They can enter their email address in a box and immediately they get sent to the PDF. They can download the PDF. They don't have to wait to watch a video. They don't have to wait and log into a membership site. They get an immediate result, that is what your prospects want. That's why lead magnets still work, usually better, especially for like Facebook traffic. We've tested a lot of different PDF leads, PDF lead magnets versus video lead magnets versus spreadsheets versus software. PDF lead magnets still work better than almost anything else. And it's because people are looking for immediate gratification when they're on Facebook. That's as simple as it is. So if you're able to give somebody immediate gratification, an immediate download in exchange for their email address, then they're going to opt in more frequently. they're going to do business with you. You're able to make an impact or transformation in their life that much more quickly when you're able to give them that immediate gratification. You also want to make sure it can be consumed in just a few minutes. So a 6 to 8 page lead magnet, what's going to happen is they're going to scroll down through the lead magnet. And then they're basically looking for whether you're full of shit or not. So they're going to open up the 6-page report. They're going to look at the cover. They're going to scroll down. Most likely it's on mobile. They're going to scroll down. They're going to read your headlines. They're going to look for a payoff at some point in the text. And then if they find it, they will scroll back up to the top and read. If they don't find a payoff, then they won't. They will close the PDF, up, and they will just move on their way. That is one of the primary differences. That's one of the reasons why PDF lead magnets still work so well, is because they're very, very low risk. They give you their email address. They receive the PDF. They open the PDF. They can scroll it. PDFs are, it's not like it was 5 or 6 years ago or even 10 years ago when PDFs, now we have tablets. At the end of the day, we have tablets. Any device reads a PDF. Before, we used to have to say, well, you got to download Adobe Acrobat, and then you got to open up the PDF on your website, and then, blah, blah, blah. Now, any device can read PDFs. And your phone can read PDFs, so there's so many different ways that they can consume the PDF. And they're just scrolling down through, making sure you know what you're talking about, and then they will consume it. Then they will, have that aha moment, have that transformation because of the PDF. Now, the perfect done for you lead magnet has a high perceived value. So even though it's free, it still needs to be something that you could charge money for. So $37, $67, whatever. One of our lead magnets that we have running, we have it's a 200-page book. So granted, it is a collection of a lot of blog posts, a lot of stuff that was kind of curated and picked up over the years and rewritten and written and edited and all that other stuff. Your first lead magnet doesn't have to be that, but it needs to have high value. So you need to deliver something that your end user is interested to learn, is interested to figure out, a solution, that they have for a problem in their business, in their life, whatever. That's what your lead magnet needs to deliver. So it needs to have a high perceived value. Now, the lead magnet itself, there's some 7 types of lead magnets. So the first is a report or a guide. We've talked about our reporter guide, 6 to 8 page reporter guide. You can create it in Google Docs. You can create it in Microsoft Word. You can create it in Apple Pages. It just needs to be a collection. You need to walk through something. So, and just, it's a 6 to 8 page report. Doesn't take a real long time to write. If you don't like writing, what you can do is you can actually do a podcast like this or a video like this, then get it transcribed, so you can have it transcribed. The text is written out for you. Just go through and edit it. That's how a lot of books are written anymore. So there's no reason why this, a lead magnet can't be the same. In fact, a 20-minute video, 20 to 25-minute video, like one of these live streams that I'm doing right now, transcribed, it's turned into about 4,500 words, which ends up being like 10 pages, 12 pages worth of text. So even if you kind of edit it down and you take out all the filler content and whatever, you're still going to get 5 to 6 pages of good solid text if you just record yourself doing something like this. Every time we do one of these live streams, we turn it into a blog post, and the blog post ends up being 4,000 words. It's one of our kind of central SEO strategies at the moment, but all of this content can be turned into lead magnets. It can be turned into book chapters and everything. So the content it's just going to live on and be mashed up a million different ways. So first type of done for you lead magnet, a report or a guide. Now, number 2 is a cheat sheet or a process map. I love process maps. We have talked about mind maps quite a bit. We've talked about some process maps a little bit, on this show. Mind maps is a great brainstorming tool, but the extension of a mind map, you can put together these process maps where you're mapping out a more complex process, you can do it in Google Drawing. You can do it in even Microsoft Excel or Apple Numbers. You can, draw out a process map in. But at the end of the day, you can there's so many different ways to create these kind of process maps or these cheat sheets or one page, 2-page cheat sheets with check boxes. All of it is super, super high value for your end user. All of it, people love that stuff because it keeps them on track and it lets them know where they need to go next. And that is one of the kind of core tenets, of why people are looking for lead magnets or why people are looking for more information is they're looking for how to do something and they're looking for all of the steps it takes in order to pull something off. So you delivering that to your prospects is going to be a huge value add in their eyes. So cheat sheets, process maps, really, really good stuff. Software is another one. So if you have a programming background, or you're interested in learning how to code, you can create software, and software is a great lead magnet. So in fact, we were just over the weekend, my wife and I were kind of brainstorming some software that we could give away as a lead magnet, just some simple stuff, but really, really powerful and the stuff that I get a lot of questions about. So just from a content scheduling standpoint, like how do you schedule content? How do you brainstorm topics? How do you find that keyword phrases are searched a lot? And then how do you put them on a calendar? So is there a way to create a nice, simple piece of software that allows somebody to just kind of log in and do that? Or not even log in, but just like go to a page and do it real quick and print out a calendar. It could be super powerful. So if you have a software background, there are all kinds of little hacks like that you would be able to put together, that you'd be able to code up in a week or a weekend or whatever, and give somebody more to help them in their business or help and all of that stuff. You can ask for an email address, or you can, for software, you can charge for it too. But a simple little tool is going to be a great lead generation. In fact, Time Slots, our very, very, very first software application, was used as a lead generation tool before I started selling anything. Checklists. I love checklists. Checklists are great from an instructional standpoint. They're also great from a lead magnet standpoint. So anytime that you can simply list out things that need to happen in sequence and then put a little checkbox and Apple Pages makes it super, super easy. That checkbox is actually just like a bullet. You can just drop a checkbox in and then bing, 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 bing. So the checklist, put it together and then put it behind lead magnet landing page will work out really well. The fifth type of lead magnet is a video. So you would have a lead, like a landing page promising the result of the video. So it is going to be a headline that promises, something, discover free video reveals how to rank websites on the first page of Google without even trying. Any remote address below. Or free video shows you what tools you need in order to put together a 2x4 end table or something. I don't know. 2x4 end table might not be all that awesome, but anyway. So, but the video is the thing that you're giving away. That's the thing that people are opting in for. The headline and the landing page is the description of the thing they're opting in for. So that is the thing that ends up needing to be split tested and all that other stuff. But videos, multi-video launch sequences, mini courses, all really, really powerful stuff. But from a paid traffic standpoint, we haven't seen them. Well, at least I haven't seen a free video course outperform a PDF lead magnet, because video, you have, when you opt in and agree to start watching a video, and I say agree because you actually hit the play button and you're going to invest some time in it. So when you agree to, watch a video, that payoff might be 4 minutes in, 12 minutes in, 32 minutes in, might not even be in that video. It might be in a future video. So that's one of the reasons why lead magnets, PDF lead magnets, are so powerful because they can download it, they can see what you're into, they can go through, find the thing they want to see, and then they can opt in for a webinar, or then they can opt in for a multi-video launch sequence. But it isn't until they actually know what you're talking about that they can commit to making that time investment in you first. So that's why we like PDFs. Tutorials are another great one. There's actually a piece of software that I just found that I'm pretty into. It's called Screensteps. Screensteps.com. This is a tutorial software. So basically, it's kind of like a knowledge-based software, but you can take screen captures and then you can annotate the screen captures, and then it puts it together into like a tutorial. There was a piece of software that I actually built this originally in called Clarify It, and Screensteps is the extension of Clarify It. So Clarify It, they didn't go out of business, but basically it was a project that was disbanded because that team was also building the Screensteps. So it's tutorial-based software. So really, really nice stuff. You can take screen captures, you can annotate the screen captures, and like this guy. So like right here, there was a screen capture, and then I went through and wrote out, notes about that screen capture. So tutorials are really, really nice for also giving away as downloads. They're also great for SOPs, operating procedures that you can give to your employees, your team. So we use them in both scenarios. Like we'll build something as an SOP, but then also give it away because our prospects like that stuff. Lead magnet number 7, quiz or survey. So the best part about quizzes and surveys is you can generate leads. You can put them into buckets, based on their survey responses. You can trigger different email autoresponder sequences. There's lots of things you can do with the responses themselves. The most important thing is kind of the software. So there's lots of different software plugins or lots of different quiz and survey and test taking tools. Thrive Themes has a survey plugin that is really great. Woofu does forms, which also have the same kind of functionality. SurveyMonkey has forms. So there's lots of different ways that you can skew this. Bucket.io is another one that you can end up putting people into different paths. So, in I think tomorrow we're actually going to be talking about WordPress lead magnet plugins. And so we're going to get into a little bit more of this. And of course, if you scroll down, there's some lead magnet ideas for coaches. There's some real estate lead magnet ideas. Then there's some additional material and training on lead magnets. But at the end of the day, the process is really simple. First of all, figure out what it's going to be about. Give it a title. Start brainstorming what your prospect wants to see or wants to hear or wants to read about. You probably already know this. What is a question that you get often, again and again and again? Number 2 is you open up your editor. You open up Google Docs, you open up Pages, you open up Microsoft Word, and you just start writing. Oftentimes, I kind of start with like a table of contents, and then I just flesh it all out. Then you want to write 8 to 12 pages. So you're going to have an introduction, an about you, a report core, so like 5 pages, and it's really the meat of your report. Then a summary at the end, and then a call to action. Every lead magnet needs to have a call to action in it. And the calls to action can be to a product. It can be to a webinar. It can be, what is the next thing you want your prospect to do? You want to add your images, and then you want to export it as a PDF. Then you can share it online. So you can upload it to Dropbox. You can upload it to Drive. You can upload it to your website. And then after you get the lead, you move them off into a prospect sequence. So that is lead magnets, generating leads from lead magnets in a nutshell. If you would like to talk to our team about any of this stuff, go to doneforyou.com/start. We can recommend, a lead magnet to use. We can recommend, the emails and landing pages and what it needs to go off into an automated webinar. And that's all determined based on what you're offering, how much you're offering, is it a $5,000 coaching program, or is it a $97 video course or whatever? So go to doneforyou.com, /start, fill out the little form, book a time in our calendar, and we will jump on the phone and work through an action plan with you. And if you have any questions at all, just hit up doneforyou.com. There's a little chat box on every single page down at the bottom. You can see it down here, and you can go through the chat, or you can just ask a question and we'll jump on it. So let us know, and I will talk to you soon. All right. Thanks.